Today we talk about crazy autograph people. Yeah. Oh, life is good. Oh my God, it's good. What you wanna do? Do.
Please keep that in.
Hey guys, welcome back to Weekday One Up. This is Friday.
Hey,
Today is Friday.
Friday.
Gotta have fun on Friday.
Not me. I had to work today.
Oh, but yeah, because it's not really Friday for us. I got you. Okay, today, well, first of all, let's say there will be no episode on Monday because of Ramen Con, but we'll be back on Wednesday. Going strong. The new schedule allows for us to miss one day after a con instead of a whole week, which is better, I think. And we probably won't always miss one day after a con. If Dakota was going to Ramen Con, I bet we would have recorded an episode there. But I mean, what can we do, you know? So, yeah, missing Monday, but we'll be back Tuesday. Don't forget to leave questions and topics when we come back. And with that, we're going to get into today's topic. Do you know what this is all about?
I started reading into it last night, but we were doing other things, and I couldn't concentrate on the long.
So there's this thing been going around that Brina Palencia, is that your name?
I know it involves.
Who does she voice act?
I think she's CL.
Are you sure? Maybe you should look it up.
From what I read last night, it looked like she was CL. I'm pretty sure she's CL.
She is she's a big name in the voice acting world. She's an anime voice actress, and I think she does some games too, right? Probably does a lot of stuff.
I know a lot of those voice actors beg to get into games.
I've seen her a few times, but you know, I'm never a huge fan. Maybe I would be if I knew who all she voice acted.
Oh, she's Juvia.
She's Juvia? She's a lot of people.
She's my waifu.
Oh, you didn't even know who she was. She's your wife. Well, I mean, you knew who she was. You just didn't know.
It makes sense, the voice matches.
Yeah. Okay, well, here's what happened. She posted some stuff. Some things went down. I'm just going to read you exactly what she posted, word for word. I'm going to read it to you guys. I'm going to read it to Dakota. And then we're going to talk about it.
Okay.
Discussion format. No game today. We've been getting requests to talk about this, so.
Have we?
Yeah, we have, actually. Here's what she wrote. I'm sure most of you heard I was harassed by 3 men in the Orlando airport for an autograph last Friday. I feel like this thing has blown up and I need to clarify some things. So I don't know about the first post or anything. Maybe she made a post before this. I don't know. 1. The link that has been thrown around of the CL Pop figure is not what I signed at the airport. I signed 2 Mad Moxie Pop figures. I remember signing the CL figure and writing the quote at a convention because it was such an odd and specific request. Didn't know it ended up on eBay, but it's definitely my handwriting. 2. I know many voice actors who don't want anything they sign ending up on eBay. I completely understand and respect their viewpoint, but for me, as long as they paid to be at the convention and are asking me to sign the required minimum of items during an autograph panel, when I'm expected to sit and sign things for a couple of hours, I don't care what they do with the signature. I think it's a weird thing to do, and I think the legality of it is extremely questionable, but if they want to take the risk to spend their time and money, that's their own choice. So what do we think of that really quick? Let's take a break. What do you think of people getting signatures and then selling them on eBay?
I think it's kind of dumb on the person's part. It's like, why would you... I mean, surely there's going to be someone who's going to pay for it, so...
Yeah. I think it's dumb I think it's weird, honestly. I think it's it's kind of rude to have someone sign something and then just go sell it because all you're trying to do is flip it and make money.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the same time, I think it's weird kind of for someone to buy it. Because for me, when I get an autograph, it's like it was an experience. I went and I did this, I met them, and they signed it for me. But I guess some people don't care about that. And especially, I think it's especially weird with voice actors. I don't know. I feel like if it was like a big name, like, I mean, not saying that voice actors aren't big, but like Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
You buy something like that, that's okay. But a voice actor?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. To me, it just seems a weird thing to buy. Like, you'd rather have your experience.
Yeah.
She goes on to say, 3. The thing that upset me about this encounter was the harassment. I knew that these guys were autograph sellers from the get-go because I had been warned about them by other voice actors. The second they approached me, I said, I know who you guys are. I know what you do. I'm not signing anything. So she was pretty upfront with them. I thought that would be enough. It was not. They followed me from security.
No, she was at an airport.
Yeah.
Is this getting off of a plane?
I think it's getting off the plane.
Okay.
Yeah, it is getting off of a plane. They followed me from security. Luckily, I had people with me who told them to back off as well. And they did for a few minutes while we went to Starbucks. They lurked several meters away while we stood in line, ordered, and waited for our drinks. I thought it was over. We headed to baggage claim. They followed us from Starbucks, yelling and trying to shove their items in my face. My friends made a barrier. They yelled more as we went down the escalator to baggage claim, telling me things like I wasn't as cool as Snoop Dogg, which who really is? She said that. They continued to yell and beg and lie about sob story after sob story of why they needed me to sign and who they were doing it for and how far they came to do it. At this point, I almost gave in just to get them to back off, but my friends reminded me that they were lying and had no should be enough. They shouldn't be rewarded for being jerks. True. We get our bags and go outside and wait for our van to take us to the hotel. They follow us outside, still yelling. We wait for the van as they continue to give me sob stories. I finally signed 2 Mad Moxie figures and personalized them to the guy and his wife. They try to get more signed. They say, that's it. I say, that's it, no more. Our van pulls up, we climb in, and they finally leave acting extremely disappointed. The logic that I or any other person in the public eye should expect this kind of treatment to be cool with it is the exact same logic a woman should expect to be harassed on the street for being pretty. It's not okay to follow people. It's not okay to try and intimidate, manipulate, guilt them into doing something that they clearly told you they don't want to do. It makes me sad and frightened that anyone would have so little empathy that they would find this fun or thrilling. I hope to never see any of these guys again. 4, I am overwhelmed, shocked, and touched by the amount of support. Well, that one's just about getting support. So, that's the story. What do you think about this whole thing?
I could see how this sucks. This really, really sucks. But I could see how a lot of people would blow this way, way, way out of proportion.
What do you mean?
Like, this sucks. It sucks really bad. You shouldn't do it. But I'm sure a lot of people are reading into it way more than it needs to be read into.
You think so? I feel like it is pretty bad. Like
It's really bad. No. It's really bad. But I'm sure there's going to be some online trolls and people saying, "Breland, why didn't you just sign it?"
Oh, you mean going that way?
Yeah.
I thought you meant. Okay, I got you.
Why don't you just sign it? Get them out of the way. Blah blah blah.
Because that's giving them what they want.
Yeah.
The point is that you shouldn't be able to do this. Like, no matter who you are, if somebody, whether they're busy, no matter what the reason, if they tell you no, that should be it. And I think it's scary to think that this could be happening to voice actors, to people that we know personally, to even, I mean, it could happen to us because we're in the public eye, not as big as she is. But, I mean, I've signed stuff before. I'm sure you're going to eventually, it's just getting bigger. And to think that people could be that, like, hardcore and harsh about it. Like, what if we don't have friends to block people off? And, like, I don't know why we wouldn't want to sign something, But I think we just would. But I think that's a different situation. Because her situation, she knew the guys from other people. Yeah. She knew they were no good. And just to, like, lie about it, just to sell it, it seems like a lot of work.
I think she was smart when she personalized this stuff. That means you can't sell it for anything.
I think any of you guys out there, if you're in the public eye in any way and you're watching this, if this sort of thing ever happens to you, personalize it. Mm-hmm. That's the smartest thing you can do, because then they lose and you win. You don't reward them for being jerks, like for being douchebags. I think that's what it all comes down to. Is she didn't want to let them get away with it.
Right.
Which I totally agree with.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Nate's in there, and they're flopping around.
You can hear him?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about this?
More to add what you said. Don't be a douche.
Yeah. That's the other thing.
You know, I mean...
I think actually this kind of goes into just the cosplay's not consent thing, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, same thing with, like, a cosplayer.
Fame is not consent.
Yeah, like, even with a cosplayer, though, if you go up and you're like, hey, can I get a picture? And they say no, like, they're busy, they're on the move, they're eating, they're doing something. That's a whole other thing, like, no. Mm-hmm. They're busy. Don't harass them.
I actually had a similar thing. Doug Walker, nostalgia critic, after a panel one time of his, I walked up to him and I said, hey, do you mind if I get a picture with you? Mm-hmm. And he straight up said, I'm going to tell you exactly how to act in this situation. He said, he looked at me kind of like, and said, no, if that's okay, but I do have an autograph session tomorrow where you can come by and I'll give you an autograph and then we can take pictures and whatnot. And I said, okay, cool. I will see you tomorrow. And I went about my merry way. Mm-hmm. That is how you act in that situation.
Yeah, like you don't harass them, don't...
I could have been like, oh, come on, man, I'm only going to be here one day, blah, 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 blah. Come on.
Yeah, like, you got to understand, if you go up to a voice actor or someone, like I said, in the public eye, mm-hmm. famous or semi-famous, whatever, and you ask them for something and they tell you no, another reason, especially if you're at a con, that you shouldn't do this to them, that you shouldn't try and harass them for it, is because if you're doing it, think about how many other people are doing it and how much they're getting this. Mm-hmm. Like, they've got to say no to somebody, because I'm sure if they just said yes to everybody, they would never get anywhere.
The proper thing to do if you see somebody, famous voice actor, whatnot,
YouTuber, whatever,
is if they're walking somewhere, then that is usually a clear sign of they are going somewhere, they are busy, don't bother them. But I will stand by this, you can say it's Hugh Laurie, or House. Why did I just go to Hugh Laurie? Johnny Depp, we'll go Johnny Depp.
Okay.
Johnny Depp's walking down the street, don't stop me, like, oh my god, Johnny Depp, oh my god, you're so cool. Stop. Hey, Johnny, love your work, keep it up.
Yeah.
Keep going. If he's... Now, the different situation, say Todd Habercorn or something you see sitting down at a restaurant.
Or sitting down on the floor editing stuff before a panel at our first con.
I did this. They're doing something, but they're not, like... They can take a second, I would assume. Like, you can... Then you can ask... Hey,
that's the thing. You always gotta ask.
You ask. You don't ever say, "Here, let me get a picture with you." You ask. Always ask for this stuff, because you are not. It's not your privilege, mm-hmm. Or it's not your right. Sorry, it's mm-hmm. not your right. It is a privilege that you happen to run into this person. And
just that's another thing to remember is that these are people.
Yeah, this is just a person.
They're literally like you. Imagine if you went somewhere and everybody knew you and you couldn't do anything. You couldn't get anywhere. I mean, we even have trouble with this nowadays. It's not gotten to that level yet, but it's to the point now where if I walk around a con in the Midwest, like say anime Midwest, where I'm definitely most well known in the Midwest for my channel. It gets to the point where there's just a lot of people coming up, and I'm not anywhere nearly as big as they are. So I can't imagine what it's like for them. Like, it gets to the point where I'm recording stuff, and you can see people waiting. Like, they want to come up and say something, and that's the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. Like, if you see somebody who's busy, wait, and then come up and say something. Don't interrupt things that they're doing, Be respectful.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess with that life lesson taught, we'll move on to...
The question of the day.
Oh, baby!
Drip, drip, drop.
Drip, drip, drop. Sorry you had to go through that, Brina.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't happen again.
Yeah. I don't wish that on anybody. That's horrible.
I'm sure it was terrifying in the moment because you don't know how far they're going to go.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't know how far they'd go to get this.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
All right. So, today's questions comes comes to us from Riley McCorm. Hey, buddy.
Riley McCorm.
I don't know if we've ever gotten... Well, I'm sure we have got comments, but I don't know if we've ever gotten a question.
I don't know.
So, the question is, if you were falling off a cliff...
Falling off a cliff.
So
not in really a place I want to be in.
I have already fallen, and I am hence falling.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you want to be rescued by?
The Bay.
The Bay? Who's the Bay?
I don't know. Any one of my waifus. They just catch me and I'm like, Bay? And she's like, I saved you.
I'm going to say Spider-Man.
Spider-Man? Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one, you're right. He shoots the web down and he doesn't... Spoilers. He shoots the web down and I don't break my back like Gwen Stacy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He, like, wraps it around and I'm just like, oh, thanks, Spider-Man. And then he goes, everybody gets one, and then goes away.
And you're just hanging there?
No. I'm like...
You got to figure your own way out, but he saved you.
No, I'm like 2 inches from the ground.
Oh, how do you get out of the web?
Huh?
How do you get out of the web?
I mean, you can cut it.
I thought they were like steel. That's what I heard in the movies.
Well, I mean, you can still cut it.
Steel's not easy to cut. What do you have on you that's
It's
steel?
It's like as strong as steel like this. Like, it doesn't break easy.
But you can cut it. You hope you got a knife on you.
I mean...
Maybe you
but it works like razor web. It'll disappear after an hour or two.
You just gonna hang there for an hour.
Just chill.
Well, this is fun.
Spider-Man.
I guess if you hit your shirt or something.
Yeah,
just take
my shirt off. Maybe rip it. Gotta walk around. I assume we're in the desert if there's a cliff.
I don't know why I assume we're in the desert, but I did too. Yeah. There's cliffs and forests.
Yeah, but I don't know.
We're in the desert.
I'm thinking a Wile E. Coyote probably.
I wouldn't mind a Yoshi saving me. Just jump in. Yoshi! And I'd fall on his little saddle.
Ooh, I know. The doctor. He can fly down with his TARDIS and be like, take my hand. And I'll be like, ah! And then he'll pull me into the TARDIS and then we'll have a fun day.
I wouldn't mind, what's his name? What's the main character from Noragami? Yato? I wouldn't mind him saving me, and I don't want to spoil, but it's something for like episode 5. Let's just say there's a falling scene, and if it went anything like that scene did, I mean...
Oh, I know. I want Toothless and Hiccup to save me.
That would be awesome, dude.
Yeah,
just Toothless in general. I'm on him, and then suddenly I have the knowledge to how to fly him.
Yeah, you're missing a leg, and you have a peg.
Yeah, my leg's gone. It got knocked off during the descent, and there happened to be like a peg leg thing laying there, and my stub hit it and pulled it with me, and then I hit Toothless, and I'm like, perfect!
This was extremely circumstantial.
Well, I guess that's our show, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Mm-hmm. And of course,
what do you think about this situation?
Yeah, the situation with Brina.
And who would you want to be saved by if you were falling off a cliff? Yeah,
and have you ever made the mistake of maybe not asking somebody for a picture or whatever and kind of forcing it on them, not knowing what you're doing? You know, because I think some people, they get so hyped up in the moment that they don't realize what they're doing. You got to kind of take a step back and think, breathe. Slow your breath down.
I did this at Anime Midwest. I got an autograph for my girlfriend. I just happened to see the guy walking around, and I walked up very politely and said, "Sir, if it's not too much trouble, can I get your autograph for my girlfriend?" He said, no problem at all. Again, just be nice. Breathe,
people. I see so many people, again, I hate to bring it back to people coming up to me, but I mean, that's what I know. You know, I see so many people come up to me who are just so nervous. They're shaking. They don't know what to say, and it's because you got to calm down for a second. You got to breathe. Like, slow your breath down, I think is what it is. Because that starts to get you hyped up. If you slow it down, you'll start to be able to think more clearly. You'll know what to say. You know? And, of course, leave us topics for future episodes.
Questions.
And leave us games that we could play. We've gotten a lot more into games. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.
But keep it appropriate.
Yeah. And, we can't do...
We're not going to play strip poker.
We also can't play Guess the Anime Opening.
Yeah,
Somebody keeps asking us. We can't play it because copyright on the songs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean... And also we're really good at anime openings. I think we'd probably get them all right. Unless we made them really obscure.
Yeah.
And you can follow us right here. This is my and Dakota's Instagram and Twitter and my Snapchat, but your Snapchat is...
My Snapchat is Jimmy D. Richards. That's JIMMY DRICHARDS.
Spelling it out now because nobody can find it, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
And you can also, if you share this anywhere... You know, if you want to share Brina's story.
Then you hashtag WD1UP.
Yeah, that's the perfect thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe hashtag Brina as well.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe send
You could do that.
You could send it to her.
Maybe.
Let us know. Let her know that we support.
I support.
Yeah. And thank you guys so much for watching.
Stay nerdy.
And I'll see you guys at RamenCon. Or I'm there right now. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Don't forget to come back next time for the next video.
And as always, stay nerdy.
Yeah, we did it!
Nice, dude.